Good morning. Here we are for our second Ask Julia by video. I'm going to start this morning with some updates with the main facility. A lot of activity has been going on in the Borden addition as far as drywall being installed, the mechanical, electrical, and plumbing rough-in has been generally completed. This morning they were wheelbarrowing in concrete to finish out the floors. They will continue with getting the floors prepped, and once the walls are mudded and the drywall is ready, they will begin putting in flooring. This is in the addition, the old physical therapy area, the old dining area, as well as the pantry. On the South Side addition, they are also doing some insulation and drywall work. We anticipate Borden to be substantially complete later on this summer. In front of the South Side, they also poured the sidewalk last week, and that is the area from the Borden, generally from the Borden entrance over to the ramp area. You also have seen activity in the loading dock area, and inside there they are working on the mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire sprinkler systems. Once that is complete, they will start drywalling and finishing out those areas. We again anticipate all of this coming to be completed sometime in midsummer. We are waiting for a revised schedule on the sunroom, the activities area, and the conference room, but we anticipate that will be the next area that will be started. We have tried to not disrupt too many areas at one time, and at this point we're waiting to get some of these completed before the new area is demolished and renovated. In Webster, the Webster addition is really looking great. They have almost completed all of the drywall. They've started some of the mudding work in there, and we anticipate that they will get started on flooring in the near future. The contractors have been working on the courtyard area inside the Webster, inside Webster, and they will continue to work on that in the next couple of weeks. There's still an egress sidewalk and lighting that needs to be completed where the old temporary boardwalk was placed. In Anderson, you may have noticed that they have been working on the precast for the upper patio. That is just about completed. The next step will be the pavers. Once the pavers are completed, then they can start back on the sidewalk and finishing up the courtyard area. We had talked about them working their way out, and once these pavers are actually placed on the top of the patio area, they will be able to continue working down on the ground level and get out of everyone's way. Once the patio pavers have been installed, one of the last items that will take place is the installation of the patio doors at the library. The patio doors are expected to arrive in late May, so early June, late May, early June is when we would expect that the doors will be installed in the library. Now up to IL and the Ridge, I mentioned last time all of the cottages had received their certificate of occupancies. We have visited each of the cottages and noted any interior last remaining items that we felt needed to be accomplished. Nielsen started last week going one by one into the cottages and finishing just the few items that had not been taken care of. They will continue that this week, hopefully with a double crew of workers, and we hope in the next week or two that all of the cottages inside items will have been taken care of. There are quite a few outside areas that need attention. We have spoken to the contractor Nielsen, and they have brought in fine earth to do some of the earth work. They last week worked on the swale or ditch behind the cottages. They removed the rocks, they put down some additional topsoil, did some seeding and matting, and we will evaluate that as the grass starts to come in. They also are going to continue with that work, filling in at the patio areas and on the stoop areas where they have disturbed the areas around the concrete. We're trying to bring the soil level up to level with the patio, and at least, right adjacent to it, so that it's not a drop off when you step off the patio or step off the stoop. As you may have noticed up on the ridge, the shields have all been placed on the light poles, and Kendall is evaluating and taking recommendations on what needs to be done for adjusting the light that is coming from the many light poles that are up on the ridge. Water pressure has also been another item that has been of concern, and Nielsen, Kendall, and I believe we've contacted the Public Works Department for the city to take a look at that and see what can be done to improve that situation. One of the items we talked about also prior was the installation of the bioretention ponds. We anticipated that the subcontractor were going to start that 2 weeks ago. We were told by Nielsen they would get started. That has not taken place, and as of today, I do not have a date to tell you when it will. It still does need to be accomplished. The contractor that would be working on that, it has been working on the main facility area and has not come back to the ridge area to get the bioretention ponds done. The plans that have been submitted to DEQ are in for review, and we anticipate in the next 2 or 3 weeks to have a response and be able to move forward with the soil amendment and the conversion of the ponds. Maintenance building has been turned over to Kendall. There are still a few landscaping items to take care of, and the parking lot will be paved, but that is not in the contractor's contract, and that will be handled by Kendall at a later date. Thank you, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me.